Barney's hide-and-seek game was developed by Real-Time Associates and published by Sega in 1993. As the name implies, it's a Barney the Dinosaur game, along with all of his friends ready for a hide-and-seek adventure. Plenty of kisses to be blown and stars to be shown in this one. Find a friend, give out some hugs, rinse, and repeat. A Dinosaur's Tale was developed by Funcom and published by High Tech Entertainment in 1993. Tied in with the movie We're Back, A Dinosaur's Story. It's a platformer with some really good graphics and animation, but those are the best things going for it. You do play as a human character, but you do interact with or fight against dinosaurs. Gameplay is okay, mixes it up with a flying level in between certain areas, but overall this one didn't do too much for me. Radical Rex was developed by Beam Software and published by Activision in 1995. It features a dinosaur Rex as the main character, and he sure has some radical moves on that skateboard. Clear effort at a Sonic clone, and not one of the worst, that's for sure. Gameplay is okay, and I thought they did fairly well with music and level design. Don't run to your local game store demanding a copy of Radical Rex on Genesis or anything, but maybe give it a try if you find a cheap copy. Dinoland was developed by Wolf Team and published by Renovation in 1991. It's a pinball game featuring dinosaurs of all sorts. For a console pinball game, I've played much worse, but I've just never been the biggest fan of pinball games on early consoles like the Genesis. At least Dinoland has good music, and the first time I've seen boss battles in a pinball game, I thought that was a nice touch. Primal Rage was developed by Probe and published by Time Warner Interactive in 1995. It's a decent playing and looking fighting game for the time, featuring many different dinosaur characters to choose from. It's got blood and farts. I really don't know what more we could ask for. Certainly above average, and this game's grown on me a little over the years. The Lost World Jurassic Park was developed by Appaloosa Interactive and published by Sega in 1997. As opposed to the other Jurassic Park titles on the Genesis, this is more of a top-down view shooter style game. You can control a Jeep a couple minutes into the first level. It's got a wide variety of weapons, enemies, and environments. I was unaware this game came out at all until I started collecting for the Genesis. Probably because The Lost World was amongst the last few games ever released on the console so late in its life cycle. Dinosaurs for Hire was developed and published by Sega in 1993. Based on the Dinosaurs for Hire comic series, it's a platformer shooter game with 3 dinosaurs to choose from. The gameplay is above average along with the graphics and animation, but it's still a little clunky like most games of the time. Reminds me of Rolling Thunder or Shadow Dancer, the way you platform in certain levels, but heavier on the shooter aspect. Pretty cool game overall, check it out if you haven't. Jurassic Park was developed by Blue Sky Software and published by Sega in 1993. The original Jurassic Park game was very successful for the time, and it seemed everyone and their mother owned a copy on something. That being said, it was and still is a good game and worth a try if you never have. Play as either Grant or the Raptor. I always thought the Raptor was specific to Rampage Edition, but that's not the case. Gameplay is solid along with the music and sound effects. Graphics still have a unique look to them. I remember this game leaving an impression on me seeing it for the first time back in the day. Jurassic Park Rampage Edition was developed by Blue Sky Software and published by Sega in 1994. In Rampage Edition, the original Jurassic Park game has been recreated and expanded upon in nearly every way. Faster gameplay, more moves for Grant and the Raptor, along with new levels and weapons. Rather than starting on the same level every time, you also have the choice to choose between 3 levels at the start of the game. I do have nostalgia for the original Jurassic Park game, but I'd say Rampage Edition is definitely the better version. As always, thanks for watching and stay tuned for a new video.